outbox him until he starts getting tired.
Why do I need 3 cameras? Please, someone tell me who I am.
You got one that zooms everything out there.
Oh, mate, how quickly they need, yeah.
It's awesome. My trainer over there, you can't see him. He behind that guy with the green jacket.
Mikko is on.
Huh? Seriously. Oh, my mic is on? I'm sorry, guys.
You're shooting.
He got that
Whatever rounds you do.
I was like, one.
I'm on before you.
Why they need security for Chisora? What are you planning on doing to David Price?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, let me say welcome to the press conference here. As you all know, Saturday night at the O2 Arena here
It was Prograis Best Press Conference.
Another great night of world-class professional boxing brought to you by Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing. And I'm looking at all these guys behind me and young ladies, and it's really, really an impressive lineup. It's going to be one of those nights that fight fans dream about. A really, really outstanding card. I know sometimes it almost sounds like it's redundant. Yeah, Michael Buffer's up here talking about how great the card is, but just look behind me and you can see how good it's going to be Saturday night. So here to tell us more about it and to present a lot of these people that we've kind of like, their microphone was open and we were listening to them all talking to each other. That was great, good stuff, but I don't know if anybody caught that. So ladies and gentlemen, here's Mr. Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing.
Bloody hell. Oh, thanks. Didn't see Dale clap, but anyway. Just want to say thank you guys for turning out today. I think really this is the best event from top to bottom we've seen at the O2 Arena, and the people at the top and bottom of these tables just goes to show what a great card this is. Massive opportunities for everybody on this card. It's going to be 15,000 people inside the O2 Arena. It is a very, very special place. So many great fights, so many great nights there. And before I speak to the fighters on the top and bottom of the table, I'm going to pass over to Head of Boxing at Sky Sports, Adam Smith, to say a few words.
I don't always publicly thank Eddie, but I want to for this card. It's absolutely fantastic. I think it's probably the best of 2019. We were up here a little while ago with Regis Prograis and Josh Taylor, and what a phenomenal fight that is. It really is number 1 and 2 in the world, and you just don't get better than that. But then you look at the card, and there's so many 50-50 pick-em fights, undefeated records on the line down there with Even Lawrence in the cruiserweight division. You've got fantastic fighters throughout the night, and as far as these ones up here, it's absolutely brilliant. You know, Ricky Burns, we were chatting last night, and I remember when he turned over back in 2001, he looks exactly the same. It's incredible. It's his 52nd fight. Absolutely phenomenal career he's had. 3-weight world champion, first ever for Scotland. He's an absolute credit to the sport. So too is Lee Selby, wonderful fighter, jumping up in weight now. He's moved up. He's done the right thing. He was really struggling, and I think he'll be excellent at this weight. I think it's a perfect matchup, that really is. Two excellent fighters, two ones we really, really respect. And then the big heavyweights. I mean, we were disappointed when Joseph Parker pulled out, and we talked, Eddie and I, about a number of fighters, and there was one name that I wanted, and that was David Price. I think David Price came back to us, didn't he, with David Allen. It was a fantastic night for him. I thought he boxed beautifully that night, and you know, I think he's needed that performance for a long time. I know his camp are really confident. I know he's been training hard, and I'm surprised that he's never met Derek in the ring before, and now we get it. Dereck Chisora, who has entertained us royally in and out of the ring, and what have we got left? It's a fantastically interesting fight, that. Price and Chisora on top of a wonderful card. And then, of course, we've got Prograis and Taylor. So, yep, for once, Eddie, in public, thank you very much.
Oh, cheers, mate. Thank you. We're going to start down the bottom with a couple of fighters starting their journey. And Shannon has experienced it before, but Austin Ammo Williams hasn't. Part of the Regis Prograis team that will let you off on this occasion. And a great opportunity for you, Ammo. 3-0 now, 3 first-round knockouts. You've been here the same amount of time as Regis, enjoying London. Great experience for you so far, and looking forward to Saturday night.
Hi, everybody. How y'all doing? First off, I want to say thank you to the UK so much for the love and the acceptance that I've got here, and the treatment that I've received. Eddie, as you know, I've been on a private jet for the first time. Had a great time out there and up there, and went to Newcastle. I also got to see the spirit and the culture of the fighting over here. And I really want to be a fighter who can headline a fight, you know, someday in the UK, because it was electric. The atmosphere was electric. The people were respectful to the fighters. I mean, everybody received love. The winner got the same love as the losers. And, I mean, it was just a beautiful experience for me. So for me to be able to, you know, be on this platform at the O2 and my 4th fight is such a blessing for me. And I want to thank my team. I want to thank Matchroom, DAZN, my management company.
Earn with Hearn.
I want to thank them so much. Pete Berg, Sam Katkowski. Everybody just sets up some amazing opportunities for me. So thank you to everybody. Thank you to the whole country. Thank you to Eddie. And I'm ready to put on a show on Saturday night.
Thank you, Ammo. Make sure you witness Austin Ammo Williams in action. One of the top US amateurs coming through, turned pro, 3 wins, 3 first-round knockouts, electric talent. Shannon, welcome back. You have boxed at the O2 before, your 4th fight as well, and a quick start for you for the pro career, great card for you to be on, and great support gathering now for your career.
Yeah, this was a bill that I wanted to be on for a while. Wasn't sure if I was going to get onto it, and obviously we found out 2 weeks ago that I'm on there. I'm a live float, which means there's a chance I could get a really good TV slot, which I'm excited about. And yeah, I'm buzzing to be back at the O2. Last time I boxed there, it was a great atmosphere, and I think it's one of the best cards so far this year. So I'm really, really excited to be there.
Thank you, Shannon. Conor Benn, I think widely regarded as one of the top
I've been
young
peeped that
fighters in
piece.
the country right now. Already found himself in the top 15 of the WBA 147-pound rankings as a replacement opponent, but a very, very good one in Steve Jamoy, just coming off a big win against a 17-0 prospect who many regarded as a top young talent coming through. He gets a chance to take on another great young prospect now in Conor Benn. Conor, welcome. Talking to the O2, it's probably like home for you, but good to be back and a solid test for you on Saturday night.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that O2 is starting to feel like home, but the O2 is home for me. I mean, yeah, my debut here, I won my WBA title here. And, you know, reception I get here at the O2 is crazy. I mean, it's, you know, it's a blessing.
One day I'm going to let my hair grow out.
Show.
It's
I mean,
going to be like Conor Benn's. Y'all see that I'm really, I really got
you know,
long
I plan
hair.
on showing everyone this fight again what I'm made of. Each fight's been something different.
I just don't show it.
My fight before my last, I boxed. My last fight was a little bit rocky, fancied it, and, you know, I got him out of there. And, you know, if this guy comes for it, he's gonna get banged out too. So it really don't bother me. If he wants to box on the back foot, you know, I'll take it to him. So at the end of the day, I'm a fighter through and through, and I fight with my heart on my sleeve. And you know what to expect when I jump in them, in that ropes, in them ring.
One thing that's unique for you in this camp is obviously you're in camp with your old man, which has been definitely one that you haven't seen many times over the years in boxing. What's that experience been like? And obviously spurring each other on.
Fuck you, pussy, you bald.
I mean, it's crazy. He's just mad, isn't he?
I got good hair.
Like, it really is. Like, but I see so many similarities in us too. You know, like I said the other day, like I was looking for the remote for ages, and I was like, "Where's the remote? Where's the remote?" Having a go at everybody, and it's in my back pocket. And I remember my dad used to do that. And I think, "Oh mate, what's the matter with you? Like, the remote's in your back pocket." And you know, I see so many similarities. But you know, one thing I do pray is that, you know, God gives me that power. You know, that he had. You know, the ability to hit a man clean and he ain't getting up. And you know, we'll see. I mean,
Chisora hasn't picked up his head.
If God's given me that, I'll be well happy with him.
Thanks, Con. Look forward to Ben against Jamoy, WBA International.
I see we in for some cringe, huh?
Saturday night. One card that I think is just a brilliant fight is the European cruiserweight fight between Lawrence Okoli and the champion Yves Ngarbu. I think this is a massive opportunity for Lawrence Okoli, someone that's moving so quickly in the professional ranks. Already ranked number 2 with the WBA, British Commonwealth WBA International Champion. Lawrence, we're going to start with you as a challenger, which is quite unique in recent times, and by far the toughest test of your career so far, and looking forward to attempting to become European champion on Saturday night.
Yes, everyone, thank you for being here. I would first of all say it's not my first time boxing a champion. I've beat Commonwealth champion to become Commonwealth champ, same with the British, so it's just going to be continuing in that same form. European champion. I've dealt with people who go to sleep every night thinking that this is their time, they're the champion, that there's no way that this guy's going to beat them. And then it's always ended up the exact same way, which is me walking away with the victory. So I really do look forward to it. I'm happy that Yves here, he's taken the fight. Do you know what I mean? He said that he wanted it before. and then the weekend is here, so we'll see what's good.
Probably the Sky Sports time slot.
Now had a couple of fights or to mould with Shane McGuigan on enough time now. Been getting in some good work. Look great in the footage we've seen of you so far, and expecting an explosive performance on Saturday.
Yeah, definitely. I'm expecting a very complete performance from myself, because I feel like my opponent is very versatile. He can come forward, he can go on the back foot. He's solid, so when you land shots, you'll be able to take them well. So I feel like I have to show different layers at different points of the fight as long as it goes on for. So I look forward to it.
Yves, great camp you've had up with Dominic Ingle in Sheffield. Big opportunity for you on a big stage to really get your name out there in the cruiserweight division, and obviously going in there defending your belt with pride on Saturday night.
This is what I wanted when I came into the UK. I wanted to fight the #1 in the UK, and this is what I got. I'm gonna have the chance to show to the world what I can do, and I'm more than ready for it. 2 days to go now.
Obviously,
Lawrence O'Callaghan is finished on Saturday night.
Lawrence, not many fights as a pro, but moved very quickly. You see this as the toughest test of your career on Saturday night?
Well, I don't know. This is something we're going to see in 2 days. I wanted to move to the world level after my last fight. But this is now the things that I have to do. I have to show me to the world. And now I'm going to have the chance to do that. And in 2 days, we will see.
Thank you. Yves Rougarou against Lawrence O'Callaghan, European Cruiserweight Championship. This next fight's got everybody talking. Two of the greatest ambassadors of the sport for UK boxing for a long, long time. Ricky Burns against Lee Selby. I think this is a brilliant
I like this
fight.
crossroads fight.
Two great fighters, of course. Lee Selby, former world featherweight champion. Ricky Burns, 3-weight world champion. Lee, going to start with you. The O2, been good to you. Many great wins here. Of course, you captured the world title here as well. This is a fight that everybody's talking about. Must win for both guys. You had a good camp. I bet it's much easier for you at 135 than it was at 126. Feeling ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. But back at the O2, I've boxed at the O2 more than any other venue in my career. I won the Lonsdale bout out right there. Won and defended the world title. So I've got great memories there. We started sparring quite a while back out in Los Angeles. And whilst I was out there, the date of the fight was put back. So I took a week away with my family and the kids. Got back to work. We've been up in Newcastle sparring with Lewis Ritson, and then he come down and did a week down in Bristol. So everything's gone good. And
well, I don't think that's a good thing.
Obviously, you've shared the ring before in sparring. You know about Ricky Burns, his work rate, obviously his ability as well. Expecting a high pace fight at the O2 Arena.
I'm expecting an extremely tough fight. Ricky Burns is very experienced. He's a good boxer. You can't get a tougher man. You've seen him box a full fight with a broken jaw. He's an extremely tough man, very durable, very skilled, and I'm expecting a tough fight.
For you, do you feel this is must-win for your career? Certainly, I think Ricky Burns acknowledges that as well. But at this stage, obviously, you want to get back challenging for world titles at lightweight. This is a must-win fight for Lee Selby.
Well, realistically, for both of us, if we intend on challenging for world titles again, we have to win this fight. The loser, it's going to be difficult for the loser to come back and box at this level again. But I think it'd be more difficult for Ricky Burns to come back as he's a little bit older than I am. But again, if I lost this fight, it will be a challenge to get back in title contention.
Thank you, Lee. Ricky, call you the Benjamin Button of boxing. You seem to be getting younger as the years go on. You seem to be training harder as the years go on. Still caning all the boys in the gym, beating all their times, and this is what you love. This is what you love to do: the big fights, the big occasions, and this has been a fight for a long time that you can really get your teeth into.
I know, Joe. I'm just so happy. We're just a couple of days away now. These are the big nights like this, especially at the O2. I've never boxed here before, but I'm so looking forward to it. These are the big shows that I've always said that I love to be involved in. We know that we've got a tough fight here against Lee, but preparation and that's went well. Everything's going to plan for this fight, and we're confident in getting out here and getting the win.
Obviously, you boxed at 140, you won a world championship there. You're coming back to 135, which you have done for the last 3 fights. He's coming up from featherweight. Do you expect your size and your strength and your work rate to be a factor in this fight?
I'm not really going to look into that too much. I can always remember back when we did spar, I couldn't believe the size of him for a featherweight. I kept saying to him, how do you do it? And he kept saying he make it easy, but you know, that's just a boxer, they'll tell you to make the weight easy. But nah, I'm not going to look into that much. I know what I need to do. We know what to expect. So like I said, all the preparations went well, and we're just looking forward to getting out and putting on a show.
Can't wait for it. Burns against Selby.
I think I want some soup for lunch
at the O2 on Saturday night. Now we move to the main event, a fight that everybody's talking about. You know, this boxing game is crazy in that with 4 weeks to go, 3.5 weeks to go, you've got a guy who gets a spider bite or whatever happens, and all of a sudden, Dereck Chisora needs a new opponent. And before I speak to both guys, David Price, I expect a nice conversation with. Derek, I'm not too sure, but I just want to bring in David Hay, who I have to say, I know we've had our spats over the past, but thank you for your work on this. Thank you for...
What if they pull some bullshit?
With Derek
they make Prograis Taylor think they did main event.
As well, who stepped in.
Hold on, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it.
Chat about the fight itself, about your charge as well, and the ever-changing landscape of professional boxing.
Yeah, we've, you know, when when news broke that Parker unfortunately would be unable to get in the ring due to a snake bite, or was it a spider bite, you know, I thought, damn, you know, this is going to be difficult to get an opponent which will get Dereck Chisora up in the morning. You know, Derek needs someone on the opposite side of the opposite side of the ring who brings out the best in him. If the opponent would have been under par, Derek may have swerved a few sessions here and there, or maybe have eaten something he shouldn't have been eating. But you know, David Price is a weapon. He's just look at the size of him. I've sparred with him probably 100 rounds over the years, and I know firsthand that there's genuine world-class power. And I'm not exaggerating. I'd say David Price is the second hardest person I've been hit by behind Deontay Wilder, you know, and that's with, you know, 18-ounce gloves on with a head guard, you know. So I know I've relayed this to Derek as well. David Price is no joke, and there's one thing taking a fight against someone on shortish notice. He was at 4 weeks he had, you know, but he was already in preparation for a fight in November, so he was in training. And when a fighter has nothing to lose, they're very dangerous. You know, many people sort of heard when Gerald Miller wasn't able to fight and Andrew Ruiz Jr. popped up. Everyone's like, he's only had a 4 or 5 weeks notice. Look at the state of him. He's not going to bring nothing to the table. We saw what happened there. You cannot underestimate any heavyweight. And fortunately, Derek hasn't underestimated the change of opponent, and he's pushed it in the gym. Ruben Tabares and all the guys at London Shoot Fighters have made sure that he's 12-round fit, and it's not just 12 rounds of plodding through. He's going to set a pace from the first round. There's no secret what he's going to do. He's going to use his fitness. He's going to use his just newfound fitness that he has, head work, body work. He's going to.
I don't give a shit about that.
And the fans are in for an absolute cracker. So I know David. When the heat's on, he lets his hands go. He knows, you know, he wants a 12-round fight. He wants a 12-round boxing match, keeping it long. We can't allow this fight to become a long-range boxing match with someone who's an Olympic bronze medalist, someone who's got probably 6 or 7 inches in arm length on Dereck Chisora. So Dereck Chisora needs to close that pace, close that range, and put the heat on from the very first bell, which, as I said, just keeps everybody on the edge of their seats. And this fight is going to be an absolute barn. So, and both fighters know if they win this fight, Chisora and Price, if they know there's the world's their oyster, the heavyweight division is flourishing like no other time. And you know, we was talking. I saw an interview. We was talking about Usyk. You know, he's coming to that heavyweight division now. The WBO title may be out there bouncing around. So the winner of this fight it's not beyond the realms of possibility that the winner of this fight could challenge for one of the world title belts. And you know, to have said that a year ago, that, you know, the winner of Dereck Chisora and David Price could be challenged for a world title, I'm sure people would have put a lot of money on that not being the case. But here we are, and it's looking very, very likely. And regardless of the future, this fight on Saturday night is going to be an absolute barnstormer, so do not blink.
Thank you, David. Going to go to David Price. David,
Goddamn, bro.
Bumped into you in Ibiza. This was after the Dave Allen fight, and you said to me, you know, I think I'm just going to come back now and get a relatively straightforward win. But 2 weeks before that, you said, just get me the biggest fight that you possibly can. And we planned for a fight on November 23rd in Liverpool. All of a sudden, the phone call came. And after a couple of days of negotiation, it was one that you couldn't turn down. You fancy it. And what a massive opportunity, as David said, for one of you guys to move forward and challenge for the world heavyweight title.
Unbelievable. Just to echo what David said then, if someone would have told me 12... I've got a text message off you 18 months ago through my management offering me this fight, and I'll show you it after the fight because it makes me smile how far it's come since then.
What, in terms of the money?
Yeah, and and look, Dereck Chisora has always been a fight that coming through, when it was coming through, it was like, it's a fight we could do without, you know, when I was unbeaten and everything else, because Derek's a bruiser. Derek, you know, made no secret my admiration and my respect for Derek, but at this stage in my career, it's a no-brainer because the opportunity and the upside to it, the way I'm feeling, emotionally, physically, mentally, it's come at a perfect time for me, and it's just gonna go off on Saturday night, like David A said. I'm not the type of fighter who's gonna be on the back foot boxing trying to keep Dereck Chisora off me long. I'm gonna have to fight fire with fire because he will get close to me and he will let his hands go, and the only way I can retaliate to that is to let my hands go. So it's just gonna make for an exciting fight.
I think Adam Smith put a great point forward. How you two never fought each other back in the day was quite amazing, but obviously now you get a chance to do it.
You know what that is? That is a ship going to a slaughterhouse. I want to kill this guy.
Ah, Dereck.
I'm going to murder this guy. I swear down. Listen, I don't need to sell anything. You're not in my league. You understand?
Here we go, the cringe.
I'm going to duck you down. You don't understand.
See, I know Dereck needs this to get himself up for the fight, so that's sound, because the last thing Dereck needs is to be shaking my hands, and because we do like each other.
No,
and you know, when it's cool, look,
respect, you know what?
That's
you
fine.
Like the man, but this is his business.
This is business, yeah, 100%, 100%.
I do like the man. He's a good guy. You know, when you wanted to retire, don't retire, keep going. You never know what God's going to give you in front. But this is his business. And I can guarantee you, come on Saturday, when we roll in our ring, I'm coming to seek and destroy.
That's fine. That's fine. But you will walk on someone in the process, Dereck.
I cannot hear you.
You will walk in someone in the process of the seek and destroy. And look, it's going to be a great fight.
I'm happy to walk into one of them, but I'm happy to deliver loads of them. So,
yeah. Okay.
You know, it is what it is. But I am ready. You know. It's nothing phases me, you know. I've boxed, I've not been knocked out, but I can guarantee you, I am ready for whatever you have. You understand?
Okay.
Whatever you got, I got tripled. I know you got. You don't understand? I am ready. You know, nothing phases me. I'm gassed. I'm pumped. You know, I'm loving life. You know, life is great to me. God is great. So all I'm saying to you is just be ready when I roll in. That's all I'm saying.
Understood.
I didn't get that. What you say?
I said understood. Understood.
Good man.
Just Del Boy, just a quick one on that change of opponent. Obviously, there was a little bit of
fake ass beef
with Parker going in. How was that period of that probably 4 or 5 days in the change of opponent?
No, you know what? When me and Nicole went to Vegas for the Gloves Are Off, when we sat there, when we left there, I was like, in my head, I was like, this guy's definitely gonna pull out. You know,
I don't like manufactured beef, man.
I was like, he's pulling out 100%. But I didn't say that to anybody because I knew already.
TstreeT's grass fed.
You know, and then I come up with an excuse he's gonna be by a spider, so he hasn't been training. His blood has got poison in there. I was like, you know, in America, if you get bit by a spider, they give you medication, don't they? You know, and when I said in the Gloves Are Off, I told him, you're not hungry anymore. You don't want to fight anymore. You just want to be in there for the show. You know, you're training in Vegas. You don't want to train. You don't want to train. You don't want to fight. So I knew he was gonna pull out, and I think I finished sparring, was it 10 rounds afterwards? Yeah. You know, that's when I realized, for 1 second, for a split second, I didn't like him because he let me spar big rounds knowing that my fight's been cancelled. I was like, I'm going now. And he goes, oh, you have to, David, you have to get Derek. And David was like, for what? He goes, for that thing. I was like, what thing? Oh. And he was like, oh, Joseph Parker pulled out. I was like, what? I was like, so you let me spar all those rounds knowing that the guys pulled out? He goes, I just wanted to see what you could do. I was like, then cool. So what's, and he said, there's a list of names we're sorting out. I was like, then cool, whatever, I'm going home. That was it.
People talk about the power of David Price. Obviously, you're hugely experienced. You have to be wary of that, but at the same time, you've got to make David Price work. What's the tactics?
Listen, everybody's got power in the boxing game. You know, everybody's got power. It's not about where it's about. He has to be aware of what I can do too. So, you know, we're gonna come. We're gonna bring war.
Well, David Price almost got cannibalized by Gash Ali. That must have been traumatic.
So I'm gonna fight.
Being eaten
alive.
And there's no chance of me boxing, you know, boxing on the back foot, hitting the jab. Nah, there's no chance of that. There's no chance of that. It's just straight round, go, bing, bing, bombs away.
You win this fight by knockout?
He's getting loaded. He's getting knocked out, yeah.
Dave, no distance, no points this time around at the O2.
Who knows what's going to happen? Look, boxing's a funny game, and if I concentrate on what I'm planning to do on Saturday night, I'm expecting it to be a long fight and a painful fight for Derek, to be honest, because the punch accuracy that I carry is going to be the telling point. But I'm expecting a knockout win for myself.
Cheers, guys, and appreciate the backwards and forwards. One thing I would like to say is I have a huge amount of respect for both of you. You've taken this fight, you've taken the challenges, and O2 on Saturday night, you're going to see a night you will never forget. We're going to have head-to-heads down here with everyone who's paired up, and everyone's available for a media. The weigh-in tomorrow, 1 p.m. Canary, Wolf. We'll see you for a great show.
We'll be streaming that.
Thank you.
I'll be honest, I thought it was going to be a little bit more interesting than some sheep noises. I was bracing myself, if I'm honest with you. I think we all were. But actually, that was far more respectful than it's been, and I guess probably a reflection of the fact that Derek and David have known each other a long time and have a good kind of working relationship outside of the ring.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know how much of Derek actually wanted to say those words. I think he's trying to frighten David Price a little bit, you know. But I think David Price is fully aware of what Dereck Chisora is going to do and what he's going to bring to the table. He's going to come out from the first bell. He's not going to do a Ted Cheeseman, as we said, you know, go on the retreat. He's going to go straight in front of David Price and try and knock him out. It's a fact. So David Price, all he knows is he doesn't need to listen to Dereck Chisora say that. So, look, one thing I am for sure is it's not going points.
I guess it's difficult to talk to you about this because, of course, you were Dave Allen's corner man and his trainer, but in that fight, David Price probably found a lot out about himself. The first time he's really boxed well over 12 rounds against a come-forward pressure fighter. Dave and Derek have sparred. You've seen how competitive that is. Stylistically, they're not dissimilar at all. And that win will give David a lot of confidence going in against someone like Derek.
Yeah, do you know what? It will. I think David Price was nervous before that fight, you know, worried that this could be the last throw of the dice. Dave Allen was coming off a few good wins, so was very confident. But as far as the performance is concerned, he did stick to a game plan. But I wouldn't get too carried away with it. Dave didn't box well, did he, Dave Allen? You know, and I know that was down
Face
to
the damn
Price
fighters off,
stopping him from doing it. But he did. I think there's a big difference between Dave Allen's ferocity and Chisora's. You know, Dave didn't get going. He didn't get in front.
Y'all think they're going to pull a fast one on Regis Prograis and Josh Taylor? You know what I saw yesterday when I was watching the media workout? I noticed that Prograis and Taylor media workout went before Chisora and David Price. You think they're going to pull a fast one? Be like, nah, guys, let's let you guys go first. All right. I mean, after all, you know, that is Chisora's, you know, crowd. And with the World Boxing Super Series, they've been having funding issues. This really helped the World Boxing Super Series get this fight on a significant platform. You know? But I do believe You know, I mean, you don't want a situation, I don't know, the special attraction. That's what it is. I like this fight, though. Lee Selby, Ricky Burns. Always like Ricky Burns. Out of his league when he fought Terrence Crawford, though. What was that gif he got against Ray Beltran when he got his jaw broke? So far, it's a pretty solid card for a Saturday afternoon over here in the States. You know, like it's a card where if you're a hardcore boxing fan, you're watching a unification, you got to watch. You know? So I'm pulling up the rankings over here. Well, actually pulling up the card. Where we at? Why is this shit so close? We don't need that. You know, Josh Taylor, Regis Prograis, Dereck Chisora, David Price, Ricky Burns, Lee Selby, Yves Ngabou. Oh, wait, let's go full screen. Listen in. They're probably going to do interviews, too, after this face-off.
And it was like almost like he was the gatekeeper. Then he went on to win another world title. So you just don't know. You really don't know. And as long as his body's telling him, we just don't know what's going to happen.
And I tell you what, this one thing never gets less funny, seeing guys have to square off against David Price, because he is just so much bigger than everybody else in the division. And these are big, big men he's making look very small, Darren.
Yeah, yeah, he's a giant. He's an absolute giant. And I think he'll be trying to use his advantages out there. But ultimately, it's going to turn into a slugfest, isn't it? You know, he's going to have to mix fire with fire at times. And if he can get full leverage on those arms, then, like David Hayes said there, one of the biggest punchers.
Just wonder how much Derek's punch resistance is remained into the later part of his career, given the kinds of fights he's been through. Remember, he went the distance with, albeit an older Klitschko.
So I'm pretty sure, you know, I'm not in the minority that's going with Dereck Chisora about overwhelming David Price, especially if the fight goes late. If the fight goes late, you know, David Price, I don't know, bro. You know, here, let's go look at his resume before they do their interviews with Darren Barker and Chris Lloyd. 25-6 with 20 KOs. I'm sick and tired of fucking Foreman Mills. Let me tell you. Fucking texting me. How did they get my fucking number? Well, I know they got my number. But anyway, you know, I've covered these two fights with Tony Thompson. One in which he was knocked out. He was folded brutally. He was brutally folded. The second fight, he gassed out. And this is when that shit started with him and gassing out. Right? These fights, comeback fights, fought Arkantipo, who failed the drug test, by the way. Remember, you can never forget this thumbnail where, you know, he was laying under the fucking ring post. Remember that shit? Then back to rebuilding again for Christian Hammer, who also went on to fight Luis Ortiz, by the way. He wasn't supposed to lose this fight. Gassed out again. Then people thought his career was over. How did he get the Povetkin fight again? Wasn't this like late notice or some shit? I forgot how he got this Povetkin fight. It wasn't late note. I forgot how he got it. Anyway, this was supposed to be like a cash out if he loses. You know, he was going to retire type deal. But here, let me pull this over here. That's what that fight was supposed to be. Hold on. Let's go over here. I remember that. I covered that fight. And, you know, Sergey Kuzmin, this is the fight where to me, I thought it was a fake-ass shoulder injury. TstreeT got schooled when I run up on him outside of the clothing store in Philly. What? Where did people come from? There was a fake-ass arm injury or something. He was on his way to either gassing out or getting knocked out. That's what it looked like to me. And then another comeback fight against Tom Little, and then Kash Ali, or Cannibal Ali, in which I like to call him, where he bit him on his stomach. Didn't he try to bite him twice? That Cannibal, and you know, and it must have been tough on him, because I don't know if somebody bit me or tried to cannibalize me, I'd be hurt. Like, damn, bro, you tried to eat me? Like, he tried to eat him. Like, what if he tried to eat him? What the fuck? And then the Dave Allen fight, in which he wasn't supposed to win. And now Dereck Chisora. So you can see there's kind of a pattern here. So if he won the Dave Allen fight, a fight where he wasn't supposed to win, then it's hard to believe for me that, knowing David Price, that he's not going to gas out or get knocked out by Dereck Chisora. Or if he beats Dereck Chisora, people are going to be like, oh, shit. Like, oh, shit. Like, David Price is back. Now, when you look at the rankings, right? Where's Dereck Chisora? Is he anywhere? We all the way down here. Is he anywhere to be found? I'm pretty sure I put him in here somewhere. Dereck Chisora is number 9 by the WBC. David Price is number 8. Dereck Chisora is not ranked by the... Oh, basically, they pretty much fighting for what? I guess to be Usyk shot? I guess. A Usyk shot? Now, I got to be honest with you. I don't want to see Dereck Chisora or David Price against Alexander Usyk. I mean, obviously, I would accept Dereck Chisora over, but really, like, you Alexander Usyk, you got to fight. You supposed to be. If you fight, I want to see him go straight for Dillian Whyte. If Dillian Whyte is allowed to fight again, which he's supposed to be. So, in regards to the undercard, Josh Taylor, Regis Prograis, I don't know, man. I'm on the fence with this fight. I got to be honest with you. By the way, Josh Taylor is a legit 5'10" or so. Regis Prograis, I've met him in person in a Barclays event. He is not no 5'8", yo. He's like a 5'6", 5'7" type dude. If you saw the face-off, he's not that much taller. And also, he's got Julius Ndangu, Terry Flanagan. I give Krill Relax some credit. But can you say that with Iron Baranchek, Ryan Martin, and Victor Postol, and Miguel Vasquez, and O'Hara Davies, who has the better resume? To me, I'm going to say Josh Taylor. Now, yes, we know he can get hurt, but I'm going to say Josh Taylor has the better resume. Clearly. In a shorter amount of time. We thought this Miguel Vasquez fight was going to be nasty as shit. It wasn't. He knocked him out. O'Hara Davies just was on some bullshit with that weird-ass stance he got. Victor Postol, they was in there boxing. I thought this fight was actually a lot closer than the card showed. Ryan Blue Chip, remember, he was on the juice. Ivan Baranchek, he comes out there to fight. Like, he ain't coming out there to bullshit around. And it's a shame that the winner of this is not going to fight Jose Ramirez, because don't you know the WBC has ordered when Jose Ramirez comes back, who is hurt, current WBC and WBO 140-pound champion. When he comes back, he's got to fight Victor Postol. And he's not going to be back until January, February at the latest. And don't get me started with all these other bullshit belts here. I just updated my rankings yesterday. So everything's up to date all the way down to 112. I got to finish 112 on down today. Look at this fucking mess here. And look at this shit, right? So you got Jose Ramirez, WBC, WBO champion. You got Jack Catterall, who's the WBO mandatory. So basically, Ramirez is going to have 2 mandatories when he returns. Or he's going to have to fight the winner of Josh Taylor and Regis Prograis, who may move up. One of these guys can move up if they win. Don't know who. You got Mario Barrios, who was ordered to fight Bakhtir Akhmedov in a rematch of their Spence versus Porter undercard fight for that WBA gold bullshit. Right? You got this Ulysses Jr., this fucking WBA gold. We don't know what that even means yet. This look is just it's a mess. And don't get me started with fucking 130 and the WBA makes me so sick, man. They sicken me. How can you not be sick when you look at the WBA? Look, blue is the fucking champions, fucking mandatories and shit. You better be quiet, dog. My dog's got this thing where he sees me like talking or like doing a video, he like start getting upset and wants me like to play with him and all that shit. It's like, nah, man, let me work. So yeah, man, this, you know, like boxing is weird. Like each week I look at it like weird. Hold on 1 minute, I gotta put him in the cage. Hold on, I gotta put this guy in the cage. You wanna go in the cage? If you're not gonna let me work, you're gonna have to go in the cage, man. This can't fly. And then if he goes in the cage, he's gonna start crying. So I'm gonna have to take the cage all the way upstairs in an isolated room so he can cry in his sorrows away. But anyway, yeah, like what is going on with these belts? You know? Yes, he's a gold champion. I'm pretty sure he's a gold champion. Unless he vacated, let me check. I'm pretty sure he's a gold champion. Pretty sure he's a gold champion. Let's see here. WBA. If not, I'll gladly take that belt away. I'll gladly take that belt away. Hold on 1 minute. Let me put the dog in the cage. He's going to be mad. Let me put him in the cage. Be right back. My bad. I was saying that, look, you can see that they got an interim champion. They got an interim champion too. So now they got a WBA Super World, a gold, and an interim champion at 140 pounds. I ain't no more good. Looking at this. And how long before people get sick of them and be like, yo, this is bullshit? But I already told you my theory, right? I told you that I feel like, what the fuck? But listen, I got to go because we got a couple more streams to do, and I got to edit these videos up. So, you know, I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. Please subscribe.